to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to balance adulting and going to music festivals, which I know it seems like kind of a weird topic, but it's pretty important. I'd say I've now been an adult, I guess, for the past year, and I classify like an adult being like I just graduated from college a year ago, and I've been working the 9 to 5, I've been working 40 hours a week, so I thought I'd come and talk about like some tips on how I balance the two. So it's really hard that like when you first come into the real world, like if you're gonna be able to go to music festivals. So I hope by speaking from my experience that can help you as well if you are also struggling with that. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to vibe with me and join my little vibe tribe that I love you guys so much. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, want to see more like it, and also follow me on social media at VIBEWITHADE. I think the biggest thing that was like a wake-up call to me was that, well, one, I moved to Texas, so I no longer lived in Arizona, and in Arizona I could go to a ton of things. Like the scene out there is really big. They have like a festival or something of some sort like every month, and then I had easy access to Coachella and like EDC. Like we would just, there's sirens, hold on. So I think I had like really easy access to like music events. So like I went to like maybe 22, 23 events in just my senior year of college. So events, raves, concerts, shows, festivals, whatever. And so I think the biggest shock to me when I moved to Texas was realizing like I can't go to everything anymore. Not just because of like my location, but also just like money and time. Like now I need to get PTO off. I need to make sure I have like vacation time that I can do so that I can still get paid while I'm going on these trips. And definitely it was like a wake up call to me that like, wow, I can't go to everything just because like I need to be able to afford groceries and gas and like all my expenses. I need to be able to afford all that stuff. And so I think that was like my first tip for you guys, is that you just have to realize you can't go to everything anymore. And like I now value my time and my money way more now that I've been like working so hard. And so if I'm gonna spend $1,000 and go to a festival, like I want to go to a music festival I might have never been to before, or like go somewhere new. And so that's like kind of what happened this year with like Electric Forest. Like I think that trip totaled to probably be close to like $700, $800, maybe $1,000, I don't know at this point. But that was like important to me because it was a new festival that I'd never been to. And so I think you kind of value like your time more, and you have to be a little bit more selective. So I've been way more nitpicky about lineup. I'd rather go to a festival with a lineup that has a ton of artists I've never seen before mixed in with artists that I absolutely love, as opposed to going to a festival where it's basically the same lineup that I've been seeing for the past 3 years, you know? I'd rather expose myself to that new music and new experiences and travel somewhere new versus going to the same things and doing them all the time. However, if I lived probably in Arizona and California, like we would have some issues here. Like I'd probably be still going to everything, but because I'm in Texas, it's a little bit harder. I have to pay for flights now, and that's why I probably won't go back to Coachella unless I lived in California or Arizona, because it's so expensive to go during Coachella time, and I would have to fly into like Arizona or something and then still drive with friends, but then that's like a ton of vacation time I have to take off, you know? So you kind of have to just be selective about what you're choosing to go to. Austin is also really hard because a lot of shows stop here, but shows are like $15, $20. Like they're not bad at all. So I'm okay in spending that money there. The way that I was able to afford to go to like EDC and ACL, Something Wicked, Electric Forest, all in like my first year adulting, was because of this one word that you might cringe when you hear it, but budget. I know, I still like cringe about it. Yeah, you gotta limit your spending. You gotta figure out what you're spending your money on, and like you gotta figure out how to budget, you guys. That's how I did it. It took some like time to figure out, and it definitely like hurt seeing where all my money's been going, but it's helped so much in allowing me to save money for other things. So it's just all a matter of like priorities. So once I downloaded this app called Mint, and I linked up all my bank cards and like my credit cards and stuff like that. And besides from festivals, like what I was spending my money on was like insane to me to see. Like food delivery stuff, Ubers, Lyfts, shopping, stuff like that. Like it adds up, and it was like a wake up call for me. But I don't use that app really anymore, but it was just a good wake up call. So I deleted all my food apps, and I decided that I'm only gonna let myself go out to eat like 1 to 2 times a week, and that would usually depend on like the meal preps that I have. I meal prep, I like get groceries. I usually budget that around like $50 a week for that. Gas, my gas is really gets really good mileage, so I'm really only getting gas maybe twice a month, and that usually can be like $30 to $40 depending on the price. I really don't shop as much anymore because all my clothes, I like have like such staples in my closet that I can kind of mix and match with a lot of different things. My work is business casual, so I'm not needing to buy a ton of work office clothes, but I probably will do like 2 shopping trips a year now. But you kind of just have to like figure those things out for yourself and where your priorities lie, kind of figure out where you can cut back things. So like when Jess and I were looking for apartments, I really wanted a gym so that I don't have to get a gym membership anymore, and I can still do like class pass where I'm paying $10 a month and I can go to 1 class maybe a month, which is like perfect for like my schedule because I love a gym and I need a good gym. And having that in the apartment means that I don't have to like pay for that anymore. And so find whatever works for you. That app worked well for me. Did a spreadsheet before, but that app really helped me consolidate it to like see like visually where I was spending my money. And then from there you can kind of just start scaling it back. Like, okay, well, maybe I need to buy like a little bit more groceries so I have some meals on the weekend so that I don't have to go eat out all the time. Definitely deleting those food delivery apps helps so much because like that can cost so much money as opposed to just going out and buying it yourself or going to the grocery store and like making dinner from like what you buy at the grocery store. Like Ryan and I are really good. Like if we're hanging out, we'll just go run an HEB really quick and we'll grab like a protein and some veggies or something, and like we'll make dinner instead of like going out to eat. It's just more cost effective that way, and it's healthier at the end of the day too. Just do what you can, but it does take time and it does take practice. Like no one's perfect. Like you just gotta adjust. That'll definitely like help you in the long run. Oh, there's also this other app called Digit, and my friend Paige like absolutely loves it. And so it didn't work for me because my bank's at a credit union, not like a Wells Fargo or a Chase or anything like that. It's like a credit union. And so the app didn't really like calibrate with it really well. Like it still kind of worked, but really didn't. So basically you have it linked up to like your checking account, and what it does is it monitors your activity, and based on like how you're spending, like what your spending habits are or whatever, it'll take a small amount out of your checking and put it into this like rainy day fund. And you can like name it whatever. Like if you want to name it electric forest savings or like something, and you can like make like 5 different like little accounts or something that you want to like put some little funds into. And it really is good. If you're not good about saving money, this app will basically do it for you, and you can set limits to it, or it can just run on its own. So it worked for me for about a couple weeks, and then it stopped not working. And so but then they were able to give me, in my little like account that I had like $50. That's like super awesome because I'm not really good about like saving. Like I'm good when I like get my paycheck, I'm like, okay, I'll take this amount out and put it into my savings. But like over time, like an incremental type saving, it's like really kind of hard to like guesstimate. And so that app really does help. And like I have a couple friends that they use it, and it really helps them when they're buying flights or they're buying like clothes, or like they have a purchase they want to make for their like apartment or something. Like that really helps them. Definitely check that app out. Again, it didn't work for me, but it has worked for others with like Chase and Wells Fargo, stuff like that. Do your research too. Like you don't have to go out and download it as well. And then when it comes to actually balancing the work itself, this is just kind of like a case per case depending on where you work at. So I'm full-time, so like for me, like I kind of just have to check to make sure I have enough hours. I check with my managers, I check with my coworkers to make sure that like we're not out at the same time, and then I kind of determine that. But it's also, I got really lucky because I can like make up the hours. So like the week before I went to Forest, I worked an extra hour each day so that I didn't have to take like as much vacation time off. You kind of just have to figure it out, but definitely like make sure you account for enough pay time off that you need. Like definitely have like a travel day to get to your festival if you need it. Definitely have like a travel back day. So like when I came back from Electric Forest, I took that Monday off because I was just gonna be traveling. Like I wouldn't have access to Wi-Fi or anything. And the festival ends on that Sunday, so like we're traveling Monday. If you feel that you need like another day to like recover and just like not get sick, then like take that extra day. But also just make sure that you keep in like constant communication with like whoever your manager is, whoever like your supervisor is, things like that, so that you can like make sure that you're not gonna like miss anything or they're not gonna be lost without you. I definitely like touch base with all the people that like I'm involved with on a daily basis just to make sure like that I'm good to like go on vacation. And don't feel bad going on vacation. Like I kind of had this guilt when I went for Electric Forest and like EDC, but you're like taking that time off. They don't get like, they give you that time off so you can like have like a little reset. So don't feel bad for like going out of town. Again, it's just like checking with your superiors and just making sure that you're gonna be able to manage like the work and get what you need to get done before the festival, and that you're gonna be able to bounce back when you come back from the festival. This is the last tip that I have, and that is taking care of yourself. Boy, does my body not bounce back like it used to when I was in college. Like it has been a rude awakening for me and my body when it comes to going to festivals now that I'm not in college. And so that's like some things that I've talked about in some other videos is like taking care of yourself. Like my how to recover video is a really good video to watch, because that was like how I recovered from a festival and going back to working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. So definitely check that video out as well. Take emergency, add some supplements that boost your immunity. Do what you can to boost your immunity before, continue to do that during, and do that after as well. I also had someone recommend airborne gummies, and I was taking airborne gummies before, during, and after Electric Forest, and like I didn't get sick. I also take echinacea and oregano oil. Again, just consult a doctor if you need to make sure that all these things are safe to add to your daily regimen. And you don't have to do that. These are just my tips as well. I'm not a doctor or a health professional by any means, but also just make sure you give yourself that time to like recover. Like that first couple weekends back, like I didn't go out, like I couldn't go out. I just needed to like rest and relax. And so give yourself that time to like hit that reset. And yeah, it was easier in college because I could just like veg out, watch a Twilight marathon with my friends or something, and we could just like mellow out. Whereas here, when I'm an adult now, I have to like I have a shorter window to like recuperate, and then I have to like go back to work, you know? So make sure you use those weekends to like relax, reset, things like that, and then you can bounce right back on into life. So that is all the tips that I have. I hope this was super helpful for you. If you have any more questions, be sure to comment them down below. I also wrote this into a blog post, so if you need to reference it and not hear my voice on repeat, you can access that down below in the description bar. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you liked it, want to see more like it, stuff like that. Subscribe to join my little vibe tribe. We are growing, and I love you guys and appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. You can also find me on social media at VIBEWITHADE. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.